What's up everybody, this is Yair and today we are going to learn how to draw Shisui Uchiha's Mangekyou Sharingan. Okay, so today we are going to learn how to draw the Mangekyou Sharingan of Shisui Uchiha. These are the tools I'm going to use for this tutorial. However, if you don't have Copic markers, you can use colored pencils or just shade with a regular HB2 pencil. Now, if you'll check the description box, you can see all the materials I'm using for this tutorial along with Amazon product links. Okay, so to get started, we are going to take the ruler and create a parallelogram. Next, we are going to draw the shape of the eye. So we are going to start by drawing a nice curve all the way to the edge, one on the bottom and another one on the side. Next, we are going to give some thickness to the upper curve in order to create the eyelashes. And we'll do the same for the side and the bottom curve. We'll add two more lines here for the eyelashes. And then, to create the upper eyelid, simply draw two curves. Next, we are going to draw the wrinkles right next to his eye. And then we are going to draw the eyebrow, so we'll do that by using three lines. And as you can see, it gets thinner towards the edge. I'm gonna add some more wrinkles right next to the eye. And now we can focus on the iris. So to make things easier, if you want, you can use a chaser glass or any round object you got in the house. I'm gonna place the iris at the center and then I'm gonna give it some thickness. Next, I'm gonna draw the pupil at the center. And then I'm gonna draw one more circle around it. If you want, you can use this metric circles template or just draw a circle, whatever you like. I'm gonna draw one more circle. And then I'm gonna mark 4 dots that are equally apart from one to another. The next thing we're going to do is draw 4 spikes. And we'll do that by drawing 2 curves just like that. Awesome, and we are done with the sketching part, so now we are going to move to the inking process. So I'm just gonna take a black pen and go all over the lines. Now what you want to do is rotate the page so you can have your natural hand movement. Hold the pen with a firm grip and just go all over the lines. Now I guarantee that if you practice inking day in, day out, you'll get much better at it. So don't worry if you don't get the same result. It's all about practice. Awesome, so once we are done with the inking process, I'm gonna take the notorious charcoal eraser and just get rid of all the lead. If you don't have a charcoal eraser, you can just use a regular eraser. No big deal. However, make sure to clean it very well, because you don't want to smear the lead once we are using the Copic markers. As you can see, I'm also using the eraser stick. Awesome, so once it's clean, what I want to do before we'll start coloring the Mangekyou Sharingan is I'm gonna take the black pen and I'm gonna color all those tiny edges And only after that I'm gonna use the black marker and just fill all the blank areas. The main reason I do it is because those areas are really tiny and the brush nib of the marker is too big, so I can easily go outside the lines. Now, if you by accident smeared some of the black marker, just like I did right now, what you can do is take the colorless blender and you can just soak the ink out of the paper. Awesome, so I'm gonna color the Sharingan in the same way. I'll start with the black pens and then move to the black marker. Awesome, so now we can color the eyebrow. So I'm gonna use a C7. If you look at your top left of the screen, you can see the exact number of Copic I'll be using. I didn't mention it, but Copic markers are alcohol based markers, which means they can blend very well. So I'm just gonna fill this entire area. And in order to get more saturation, I'm simply adding one more layer of the same tone. Awesome, once we are done with that, we can color the iris. So for that I'm gonna use 4 red tones. I'm gonna start with the brightest one and just fill this area. Next I'm gonna use a slightly darker tone and color around it. Now what I want to do is take the brighter tone again and I'm gonna blend the colors just like that. And like I said before, if you want to add more saturation, you can simply add one more layer. So I'm gonna add one more layer with the darker tone. Awesome, now I'm gonna fill the rest of the areas with the same darker tone. After that, I'm gonna use an even darker tone and color around it. And finally, I'm gonna use an even darker tone that will be our darkest color, which will be R59. The next step is blending. So just like before, I'm gonna use the same markers. I'll add more layers and blend the colors to create a nice harmony. Awesome, and now we got a nice gradient look of the eye. The next step is add some shade. So we are going to use gray tones for that. I'm gonna start with C1. Next I'm gonna use C3, that's a darker gray. We'll add the shadow from the eyelashes. And of course we're going to blend them using C1, the brighter tone. Now if you pay attention, you can see some white dots around that shading area we just colored. That's because the inking of my Copic marker is running out. Now in order to solve this problem, what I'm gonna do is just use color pencils. So I'm gonna use gray color pencils and just color on top of it. Then I'm gonna use a white color pencil to blend them. Now if you don't have any problem with the Copic markers, you can just skip this process. Next, what we are going to do is take a red color pencil and we are going to add some blood vessels to the eye. So I'm gonna demonstrate how to do it slowly, and it's the same process as drawing lightning. I'm gonna go all over the lines again, just to create more saturation. Awesome, and the last thing we're going to do is add some highlights. So for that, I'm gonna take the white pen, and I forgot to record it, but just add the highlights, just like that. And please lower the volume a bit. And we are done! Everybody. So this is how you draw Shisui Uchiha's Mangekyou Sharingan. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know how you did in the comment section. Don't forget to support my work by liking this video and sharing it with your friends. Also subscribe if you're new, I upload new videos every weekend. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to see more tutorials, check out my tutorials playlist. Keep being awesome as always, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace!